How China is using rare earth export restrictions as its weapon to destroy the US explained. The trade war between the US and China has intensified, with the latter retaliating not just with tariffs but imposing restrictions on the export of rare earths, including dysprosium and yttrium, metals critical to American defense systems. By limiting access to these critical minerals, China has unlocked the potential to do serious damage to the US defense industry and undermine the Trump administration's wider reindustrialization goals. This move could give Beijing a crucial strategic advantage in long-term US-China competition for military and technological supremacy. The Chinese new restrictions apply to 7 of 17 Res rare earth elements: samarium, gadolinium, terbium, dysprosium, lutetium, scandium, and yttrium, and requires companies to secure special export licenses to export the minerals and magnets. The export restrictions include non-automatic licensing, tariffs, quotas, and an outright ban. The new restrictions are not a ban, but require firms to apply for a license to export rare earths. Until 2023, China accounted for 99% of global heavy res processing, with only minimal output from a refinery in Vietnam, as per Center for Strategic International Studies. However, that facility has been shut down for the past year due to a tax dispute, effectively giving China a monopoly over supply. China produces the vast majority of the world's rare earth minerals, a group of 17 elements that are critically important for modern technology, from magnets to lasers to LCD screens. In contrast, the US is the second largest producer with the 7th largest reserves. But it falls far short of China's output and relies on Beijing for imports. Nanonres are significant for a range of defense technologies, including F-35 fighter jets, Virginia and Columbia-class submarines, Tomahawk missiles, radar systems, Predator unmanned aerial vehicles, and the Joint Direct Attack Munition series of smart bombs. For example, the F-35 fighter jet contains over 900 pounds of Res. An Arleigh Burke-class DDG-51 destroyer requires approximately 5,200 pounds, while a Virginia-class submarine uses around 9,200 pounds, as per CSIS. Long-term restrictions could affect Washington's defense industrial base and the global supply chains of machine tools and chips it depends on, including for AI and other technologies used in advanced military applications. A lack of critical minerals could mean the US losing out in the race of defense and emerging technologies. In some areas, such as hypersonic missile technology, China is already more advanced. In others, restricted access to minerals could prove crucial, as per Chatham House. With Trump recently announcing the plan to develop F-47, a new 6th-generation aircraft, China has already tested 2 advanced prototype aircraft, the J-36 and J-50. The rare earth export curbs would ensure that China wins the race to deploy a 6th-generation fighter, which would be a significant milestone. China first weaponized rare earths in 2010 when it banned exports to Japan over a fishing trawler dispute. Between 2023 and 2025, China began imposing export restrictions of strategic materials to the US, including gallium, germanium, antimony, graphite, and tungsten. In December 2023, China imposed a ban of re-extraction and separation technologies. It had a notable impact on developing resupply chain capabilities outside of China. Trump signed an executive order on March 20 to boost domestic mineral production using the Defense Production Act. The plan includes streamlining permits and identifying federal lands with strategic reserves. Harvey K., executive director of U.S. Critical Materials, said his company is developing the Sheep Creek site in Montana, home to some of the highest-grade gallium deposits found outside China. But Trump's tariff jump to 125 on Chinese goods, alongside a pause for others, has left the industry in limbo. With China having monopoly over rare earths, Australia, Brazil, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, Japan, and Vietnam all have initiatives and investments underway to bolster key remining, processing, and research and development as well as magnet manufacturing. Australia is working to develop its Browns Range to become the first significant dysprosium producer outside of China. The deposit has estimated dysprosium reserves of 2,294 tons, to be unlocked in a multi-stage process resulting in 279,000 kilograms of dysprosium per year, as per CSIS. Japan has the Center for Rare Earths Research within its Muroran Institute of Technology as well as a joint initiative with Vietnam to improve re-extraction and processing at the Rare Earth Research and Technology Transfer Center in Hanoi. Nanan, the world's richest deposits of heavy rare earths lie in a small, forested valley on the outskirts of Longnan in Jiangxi province in south-central China. And most of China's refineries and magnet factories are in or near Longnan and Ganzhou. Mines in the valley ship ore to refineries in Longnan, which remove contaminants and send the rare earths to magnet factories in Ganzhou, as per a report by the New York Times. China's most famous factory for these magnets is operated by the JL Mag Rare Earth Company, whose headquarters are in Ganzhou. Swipe left for next video. The factory supplies the world's top 2 electric car producers, Tesla and China's BYD, with the magnets that power their cars, rare earth industry executives told the New York Times. BYD has said it buys some of the world's latest, most powerful magnets from JL Mag, with 15 times the magnetic force per cubic inch of volume as a conventional iron magnet. Latest blogs.